Have you ever wondered why people spend thousands of dollars on luxury brands, even when a cheaper product does the exact same job? Why people chase promotions, compete for followers, or dream of becoming famous? Why a stranger's success sometimes makes you feel uncomfortable? Why humans care so much about what other people think? And perhaps the strangest question of all, if money disappeared tomorrow, would people still compete for status? The answer is yes. Because status existed long before money, long before governments, long before cities, even long before civilization itself. For hundreds of thousands of years, status wasn't just about being admired, it was about survival. When I first started researching this topic, I thought status was something modern, something created by expensive cars, luxury watches, or social media. But the deeper I looked, the more I realized I had it completely backwards. Status isn't a modern invention. It's one of humanity's oldest survival tools. In fact, you could argue that countless wars, empires, inventions, and even much of human progress have all been shaped by one invisible force: the desire to rise in the eyes of other people. And once I understood that, I couldn't stop noticing it. Everywhere I looked, people weren't just buying products. They were buying symbols. They weren't only chasing money. They were chasing respect, recognition, belonging. It made me wonder, what if almost everything we do is influenced by an instinct that's been inside us for hundreds of thousands of years? To answer that, we need to go back nearly 200,000 years. Imagine waking up, not in your bedroom, but on an African savanna, nearly 200,000 years ago. There are no cities, no supermarkets, no police, no hospitals, no banks. Only a small tribe of perhaps 50 people. Every day is uncertain. Food is never guaranteed. Danger is everywhere. A single mistake could cost your life. In this world, you quickly realize something. Being accepted by the tribe is everything, because alone humans are surprisingly weak. We don't have sharp claws. We can't outrun predators. We aren't the strongest animals. What made humans powerful was cooperation. But cooperation came with a condition. You needed other people to want you around, and that's where status begins. The best hunters gained respect. The wisest elders earned influence. The bravest warriors became leaders. People listened to them, trusted them, protected them, shared food with them. And when resources became scarce, high-status individuals often had the greatest chance of survival. Status wasn't vanity. It was insurance. It increased your chances of living another day. And evolution noticed. Over thousands of generations, our brains began rewarding behaviors that improved social standing. Not because admiration feels good, but because in the ancient world, admiration often meant survival.
Is your brain secretly living 200,000 years in the past?
Fast forward to today. You no longer hunt for food. You don't worry about lions hiding in the grass. Yet something strange happens. Someone receives a promotion. A friend buys a nicer car. A classmate announces they're getting married. Someone your age becomes a millionaire. And suddenly, without even trying, your brain starts comparing. Why? Because your brain doesn't measure success in absolute terms. It measures it relative to other people. This instinct is ancient. For our ancestors, knowing your position within the tribe mattered. If your status dropped, you might lose access to food, lose allies, or become less attractive as a mate. So evolution built a brain that constantly asks one silent question: where do I stand compared to everyone else? That question still runs in the background today. Except now, instead of comparing hunting skills, we compare salaries, followers, houses, cars, vacations, clothes, and achievements. Social media has turned an ancient survival instinct into a competition against millions of people. Your brain wasn't designed for that. It evolved to compare itself with perhaps 50 tribe members, not 5 billion strangers. Yet every scroll feeds the same ancient system. And that's why status can feel impossible to escape.
What if your life is being controlled by an invisible game?
Here's something fascinating. Most people believe they're making independent decisions, but many of those choices are quietly influenced by status. Think about the last expensive purchase you admired. Was it only because it worked better? Or because of what it represented? Psychologists call this signaling. Humans constantly send signals to one another, not just through words, but through clothing, jobs, education, fitness, cars, homes, even the books we read. Every society has an invisible scoreboard, and everyone, whether they realize it or not, is playing the game. But here's the twist. The scoreboard is always changing. Hundreds of years ago, owning land brought status. Later, it was wealth, then education. Today, for many people, attention itself has become a form of status. Likes, views, followers, subscribers. The symbols change, but the psychological engine remains the same. Because your brain isn't chasing luxury. It isn't chasing popularity, it's chasing something much older, a feeling that evolution deeply rewarded. The feeling of belonging, of being respected, and of knowing that your place within the tribe is secure. The modern world may look completely different, but beneath the surface, your brain is still playing a game that began hundreds of thousands of years ago. Imagine two people. The first earns $80,000 a year, the second earns $150,000. Who do you think feels more successful? Most people would choose the second person, but psychologists have discovered something surprising. Your happiness isn't determined only by what you have. It's also influenced by what the people around you have. Imagine earning $100,000 while everyone around you earns $50,000. You probably feel successful. Now imagine earning the same $100,000, but everyone around you earns $1 million. Nothing about your life has changed. Your house is the same. Your car is the same. Your bank account is the same. Yet suddenly, you may feel poorer, less successful, less important. Why? Because your brain doesn't simply ask, "How am I doing?" It asks, "How am I doing compared to everyone else?" This is one of evolution's oldest tricks. Status has always been relative. There is no finish line, only another comparison. And that's why people who finally buy their dream car often begin dreaming about a better one only months later. Not because the car became worse, but because the brain quickly adjusts. Psychologists call this hedonic adaptation. Your brain gets used to success, then starts chasing the next level. The reward fades. The chase begins again.
Why social media feels like a status casino.
Now think about social media. Every time you open an app, you're exposed to thousands of people. Someone is traveling the world. Someone bought a luxury home. Someone launched a successful business. Someone has millions of followers. Someone appears happier than you, healthier than you, richer than you, more attractive than you. Your ancestors compared themselves with perhaps 50 people. Your brain now compares itself with millions every single day. And here's the problem. People rarely post ordinary moments. They post highlights, victories, celebrations, perfect vacations, perfect relationships, perfect bodies. Your brain knows these images aren't the full story, but emotionally, it reacts anyway. It quietly updates your position on the invisible social ladder. And before you even realize it, you begin chasing someone else's definition of success. The game never ends, because someone will always have more. More money, more attention, more beauty, more influence. If your happiness depends on winning that race, you'll spend your entire life running.
The two ways humans earn status.
But here's something fascinating. Not all status is the same. Throughout history, humans have gained status in two very different ways. The first comes from power. People obey you because they're afraid. Kings, dictators, bullies. Power forces respect, but only while the power lasts. The second comes from prestige. People admire you because you've earned it. A skilled doctor, a wise teacher, a trusted friend, a talented artist. Prestige can't be demanded. It has to be given voluntarily. Anthropologists believe humans evolved to value prestige because learning from skilled individuals helped entire tribes survive. If one hunter discovered a better way to track animals, everyone benefited. If one healer learned how to treat wounds, the whole group became stronger. So our brains evolved to admire competence, not just dominance. And that explains something remarkable. The people history remembers most are rarely those who demanded admiration. They're often the ones who created something valuable for others. Real status isn't about making people look at you. It's about giving people a reason to respect you.
The status game you should play.
So if humans naturally crave status, does that mean chasing status is wrong? Not at all. The desire itself isn't the problem. It's what you seek status for. Imagine spending your entire life trying to impress strangers, buying things you don't need, working jobs you hate, comparing yourself to people you've never met. Eventually, you may gain status but lose peace. Now imagine something different. Instead of chasing admiration, you chase mastery. Instead of asking, "How can I look successful?" you ask, "How can I become valuable?" You learn, you build, you create, you help others. Ironically, people often respect those who stop trying to impress everyone. Because genuine confidence isn't loud. It doesn't need constant validation. It grows quietly through competence. The ancient part of your brain will always care about status. That's human nature. But you get to decide whether you'll chase the kind that disappears with trends, or the kind that's built through character. The hidden reason humans need status has almost nothing to do with luxury, or fame, or expensive watches. It began long before civilization, when being respected meant being protected, when belonging meant survival. Your brain still carries that ancient programming today. It still wants recognition. acceptance, importance. But the modern world has turned that instinct into an endless competition, one that can never truly be won, because there will always be someone richer, smarter, or more famous. The real escape isn't eliminating your desire for status, it's redefining it. Stop measuring your worth by how high you stand above others. Start measuring it by how much value you bring to them. Because in the end, the people remembered throughout history weren't those who chased status. They were the ones who became worthy of it. And perhaps that's the status that evolution was pointing us toward all along.